Hello, my name is Stephanie Serra, and I'm a realtor here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And the purpose of our presentation today is to help you understand how to find out if a home in Las Vegas is going into foreclosure. There are several different resources available to you to find out the answer to that question. And today we're going to focus on a couple of different websites provided by the Clark County government, which will allow you to easily search by address and find out if a home is going into foreclosure. Now, who would care about this the most? Homeowners, home buyers, and renters. If you're a homeowner, you may find you are going into foreclosure. You knew that already, but maybe you're not opening up your mail anymore. And that's happening quite a bit. Or let's say you have been opening up your mail, but you lost some important documents that would tell you where you are in the foreclosure process. Well, this is one way of finding out that information again. If you're a home buyer, it's important to know sometimes whether or not a home is going into foreclosure. It can affect how you negotiate the contract with the current seller. And lastly, renters, they're really caught in a bind right now. I'm getting a phone call a week from someone saying they're renting a home and they just found out their landlord stopped paying mortgage payments months ago and the house they're living in just got foreclosed upon. They're telling me that sometimes they have as little as a week and as much as 30 days to move out, so they want to find out if they can rent or if they should be looking to purchase. Sometimes they are ready to purchase, but if they are going to rent again, they want to make sure the next house they rent is not going into foreclosure. So how would someone go about answering the question, is a property going into foreclosure? And if yes, then when can the home be foreclosed upon by the bank? Now, my suggestion is to go to your computer and open up two different windows on your computer. One is going to be opened up to the Clark County Assessor's Office. And the second one is going to be opened up to the Clark County Recorder's Office. Now, as you can see here, I have provided the URL for each website, and you have the choice, of course, of writing this down or just typing in the names, the Clark County Assessor's and Recorder's Office in each window. Why do you want both of those open? Because you're going to be toggling between the two. The assessor's office is going to help you find out the owner's name and parcel number for a property. The parcel number is a unique number to every single property in Clark County. So if you have the address, you're going to find out the parcel number. What you need, though, to do next is to take that parcel number and then go to the recorder's office because they have all recorded documents associated with the owner or property parcel number. And this is where you're going to find out what documents have been recorded and where they are in the foreclosure process. So let's go to the assessor's office now and let's actually try this out. Now, at the assessor's office, you can go to the top where it says recorded searches, or you can go towards the bottom where it says recorded searches. You have two different buttons that takes you to the same place. I'll click there. And here at the assessor's office, you'll find that you can search three different ways. If you have the parcel number, you can search by parcel number, but actually that's what we're looking for because we don't have it. So we could also search by owner name, but I can tell you that many times people don't know the correct spelling of an owner's name, or they're going to find that they really don't know the real owner. So the safest bet is to search by address and have that available and ready when you go to the assessor's office, and then search by that. So right now I have a sample property that I know is going into foreclosure, and what we're going to do is we're going to type in the address. What you're going to see here, though, just so you know, the only required entry here to search by is the street name. But I have both the street number and the street name, and it's going to make my search a little easier, and it would for you too. So I'm going to type in this information. And if I wanted to, I could just press the return key on my keyboard or the submit button. Now, as you can see, the address I just typed in is listed 3 times. And in fact, it's because we're looking at townhomes. And so there's 3 different units available to look at, but I know that it's unit number 3 is the one that's going into foreclosure. So I'm going to the associated parcel number and I'm going to click on it. And now I have confirmation that for that property, we have a specific parcel number, and I even now know the name of the homeowner. At this point, I don't care about the homeowner's name because I only want to know about recorded information for the parcel number. The homeowner could have more publicly available recorded documents associated with them that have nothing to do with the property. And since I only want to know about the property, I'm only going to care about the parcel number. So what I do here is I highlight this, and I'm going to copy the parcel number. Now, for those who are not so inclined to highlight this on the computer and it's easier to write down, then just write down this 11-digit parcel number and then go to the second window you've already opened for the recorder's office. At the top of this page, you will see there's a button that says Official Records, and you want to click on this button. When you do, you have different ways to search for recorded documents. And I already know ahead of time that if I have a parcel number, I need to go to the Advanced button down below and click on that. Here we are. Now at this menu, I'm looking for the area that says parcel number because that's what I have. And so I'm going to go in here, I'm going to right click on my mouse button and then paste this information. If you wrote this down, then this is where you have to type in the numbers. Do yourself a favor and make sure that you delete out all of the tabs in here, or the dashes, because the dashes will actually screw up your search, and you do not want those associated with this search. So you need to just get rid of them and make sure all you have are numbers. When those are in there, you go down to the Detailed Data button and you press that, and here we are. Now, here are some key things you need to search for. One document you may be looking for is what's called a Notice of Trustee Sale, which we're finding here. That was recorded on January 30th, 2008. A second document that you want to look for is a Notice of Default, which we have down here. And this was recorded 3 months earlier on October 29th, 2007. Why are these important? I will explain. The Nevada foreclosure process is very specific, as with any state. If someone is behind in Nevada by 3 or 4 payments, their lender can start the foreclosure process. How does that start? The lender files a notice of default, and this notice of default is recorded at the recorder's office as well as mailed to the property owner. If that property owner does not figure out a way to work with their lenders in a 3-month period of time, then the lender has the right to now file a notice of trustee sale, which we also found on the website for this property. Now, this is information, the trustee sale date is published for 21 days. And at the end of that 21 days, the lender has the right to sell that property now at a trustee sale or a foreclosure auction. So the first document for any property that you're looking for is the notice of default. And if there is a notice of default that has been filed, roughly 4 months later, that property could be closed upon. If you not only see a notice of default, but you also see a trustee sale, notice of trustee sale there, that means that that property could be sold within 3 to 4 weeks, if not much sooner. So these are key documents to be looking for on the recorder's page, and that's what we have found. We have found that there was a notice of default filed, and it was at the end of October it was filed, and true enough, 3 months later, we have the notice of trustee sale and the date it was recorded. So that means that any day now this property could be foreclosed upon. Now, if you have any other questions regarding this, please just go to my website at www.realtyaccess.com, email me or call, and I would be more than happy to answer any questions. Again, my name is Stephanie Sarah, and have a great day.